So, in other news, PewDiePie called someone a nigger.
Yep, and that's, I guess,
Yep.
where we're gonna start it. So, welcome to the Unknown
Yep.
Podcast. I don't know what fucking episode this is. I kind of have like 6 on my computer. I deleted.
I think at like 5, maybe.
There's just no general outline. It's just fucked.
It's basically what like 4 out of 5 podcasts we record end up being, due to the fact that I don't ever upload them because 1, I'm a lazy faggot, and 2, well, they get derailed so much. It's just like the amount of editing I'd have to keep it non-derailed is ridiculous.
Okay, so I will try and keep it on the rails, but no promises.
Don't even try. It's just gonna get derailed.
This just sounds like something I need to record for personal records.
No, I'm already recording. So, today we have, of course, your favorite furry faggot, Boner Garage or Bonesaw, whatever my name is, and another normal member of the podcast, like the only active one at this point, Blue Necro.
Hello.
Another awkward intro by Blue.
That's all I have. I got pizza in my hand, so I'm like trying to do this. I hold down push to talk and talk at the same time.
Just be a man. Don't use push to talk.
Just use your fucking cock to press the push to talk button, and then.
I should.
All we're gonna hear is just a thump on the desk.
You just hear every fucking time.
It's just like, and in other news.
And then
another
on the
news,
bottom,
I've
today's
extended.
guest is GiggleBush, a moderator from Raccoon Egg server. I'm using Raccoon Egg so I can use it in the tags of the podcast just to not violate YouTube's TOS. So
Got it. Hello, I am GiggleBush. Yes, there you go. Third awkward intro. Third time's the charm, right?
Sweet.
Yeah. Giggle used to
I'm not
know me when I
alone.
was actually an alcoholic. Now I'm less of an alcoholic, and well, before we even
You're-
start and get derailed for the first time, because I'm just gonna derail it now. I took all my booze bottles out of my house, and my friend was helping me, and he's like, "Holy shit, what the fuck happened to your liver?" Because I have a 50-gallon military footlocker that sits next to my bed, and that thing was loaded with like 2-liter bottles of Jack and Crown Royal, vodka, pretty much everything under the sun that could fucking destroy my liver. And he was just dumbfounded that I'm not dead yet. I said, yeah, most of the time I came into work like this with just after drinking a little bit. He's like, what the fuck? And I said, yeah, the number of times I threw up in the office bathroom.
The office bathroom.
Yeah. Anyway, so today's podcast is going to be kind of talking about how PewDiePie dropped the hard R, and the community's reaction that actually Feminist Frequency actually had a very unusual response. I can't even English either.
Unusual?
Unusual?
Hello? You want some fried rice with your chicken pong cow?
Pizza.
I want some fried dog.
I was gonna say dog, and I fucked up.
Real
Anyway.
quick, I'm gonna go get some water because this pizza's so dang. Hold on.
Jeez.
Well, we'll continue to talk because obviously Blue is not needed if he's leaving mid-podcast for water. But,
No, I'll just say, don't let you guys go. But,
okay.
all right.
Sure. Let's continue. Bones.
So-
How's it going?
You know, I still got a lot of dead niggers I need to get out of my dead nigger storage.
Jesus Christ.
And there goes the monetization.
Yep. Anyways, so should we just restart after Blue comes back with
Nope,
water?
we're rolling. But
All right.
So-
That sounds good to me.
yeah, I only do one take. But it's partially because I'm lazy. But so
This is
feminist-
what editing is for.
nah, that requires work and effort. Unlike my channel.
Your channel is literally the epitome of effort.
It actually, I used to do a lot of editing in a lot of my old videos, and then I kind of got out of that. But so, Feminist Frequency had a very unusual response to PewDiePie's thing, because if you aren't aware, Firewatch developers actually threatened to take down DMC take down all of PewDiePie's Firewatch videos. That would be a whopping 1 video with 5.7 million views. But regardless, he retracted his statement because he said, we don't want him profiting off our name being racist. Well, you're retarded because the amount of purchases of their game probably skyrocketed just after PewDiePie did it. I got the game after I saw Immortal HD play it, and damn, it was a good game. I'm not lying. Firewatch.
Yeah, no, Firewatch was definitely one of like the best games I have played. If we're talking about just like single player sit down kind of chill games.
Yeah, kind of like The Last of Us.
Yeah. That's up there too.
It was a really interesting concept, and on top of that, just a very storyline, and on top of that, with the open world, it
actually was an open world. At GDC 30, I sat in on a session with one of the developers, and he was talking about how they managed to render stuff differently, but maximize your frame rate. And so, if you're standing on a hill, the resolution, if you actually screenshotted and zoomed in, if you had like a perfect photo ability, like if maybe 4K or whatever, I don't know. As you zoomed in, you'd see the resolutions change the further it got out, because they'd like lower the render. But when they'd re-render it at a higher thing, they'd always have some kind of scenery blocking that. So on the trail you were walking, if you went down into a little bit of a gully, that's when they'd re-render the part you're about to see at a higher resolution instead of shitty. It was really interesting. It was but we're already off topic. But so anyway, so back to the feminist frequency. So when the Firewatch developers actually revoked their statement after saying, well, he was profiting off of us, they realized that they fucked up because they probably made a hell of a lot more money than PewDiePie in sales than off of that one PewDiePie made off that one video. At the time, it was about $1,000 per 100,000 views before the apocalypse.
Before.
Yeah. Anyway, so Feminist Frequency actually released an article that actually shocked pretty much the internet and kind of like made like everyone think like the internet is about to break because they sided with PewDiePie.
What?
Yep. Let me scroll down through my Twitter feed real fast and find that thing.
Let me just uncap my conveniently placed stainless steel tumbler and pour something in it.
That's what? Feminist actually supporting PewDiePie on this?
Feminist Frequency's Twitter tweeted out an article from motherboard.vice.com with the title PewDiePie is inexcusable, but DMC takedowns is not a way to fight him. Feminist Frequency's tweet had stating above the article that they had linked, using DMCA as a silencing tactic is dangerous. This article explains why. Yes, they are using this article for their advantage, but also they are breaking the internet and siding with PewDiePie. The person who put this on my Twitter feed said, and I quote, "In other news, hell has frozen over." That pretty much is accurate at this point.
What?
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, yeah.
This just like shook like the bottom of the internet, and like everyone's like, "Wait, is this an Onion article or is this the real Feminist Frequency Twitter?" Wait. They did what?
This, I don't even I barely read Twitter and all of that kind of stuff, and this happened like I finally found out about it like almost like maybe a week after it happened.
It happened like 3 days ago. 3 to 5 days ago.
Well, I've literally only learned about this like as of today, so pretty much a week
behind. Yeah, but
I'm sorry, the last like 3 days have just been a blur. But anyways, like I don't even get on, read all that other kind of stuff, and somehow this made it to me because it was just something that just got really and truthfully blown out of proportion in a sense.
Yeah, I it's coming along the lines of people wanting to like say, well, every time PewDiePie fucks up, he gets a free write from the everyone who like all of his fans to say, oh, he screwed up, oops. But this time they're just like a lot of people who like Adam Sella and other people who kind of brought a lot of the hate on themselves. They are now trying to say PewDiePie needs to be crucified. Meanwhile, FaZe Banks is stating, why are we crucifying him over saying a word? Like, yeah, it's racist and all, but we don't need to crucify him over that.
Yeah, I saw that FaZe Banks actually kind of, he was just like, yo, there are so many other people who have said worse shit, and he just said it once, and he's getting his head ripped off.
He slipped up.
Yeah, like let's talk about yeah, this is gonna be a very off the wall comparison, but like I understand that people think that PewDiePie is like a really influential person and all that other kind of stuff. But let's take someone like iDubbbz, who,
yeah,
obviously,
nigger.
exactly,
they say it like it's nothing, dude.
The thing is, like, if you've seen the clip of PewDiePie, as soon as he said, he's like, whatever he said, like, fucking nigger or whatever, or stupid nigger, I don't know what he said. I don't remember off the top of my head. But he's like, oh my god, he immediately realized his mistake.
Yeah, but like, iDubbbz has
PewDiePie
iDubbbz has 4.8 million subscribers, and really and truthfully, that's still a shitload of people just to be like saying that stuff freely.
There's only 1% of YouTubers who get above 100K.
Well, think about it too. Like, look at his fan mail unboxings. He got and he said it blatantly, and it's gotten people banned on Twitch because that what he got in the mail turned into a meme. It was a piece of paper it was just a piece of paper saying, "Oh, hey, look, a piece of paper that just says nigger faggot."
Yep.
And it's been on memes, Twitch recaps that I've seen, like people getting banned because of that shit. Yet he can say that shit. So do people? I mean, I guess people expect it from him. But if they expect it from him, then why aren't they crucifying iDubbbz?
Yeah.
Yet, even though iDubbbz himself does kind of talk some real shit. You know, he does have a pretty good point in certain aspects. I mean, of course, he has a lot of trolly shit about him, but oh man. And if you look, there's this dude that was doing like a response video to PewDiePie. He himself was like, all right, this is my reaction to Pewds, man. And he watched it, and the entire time he didn't say nothing about it, but the only thing he realistically even mentioned was, Pewds, man, you can't say that shit, dude. And he was a black guy. He was like, Pewds, you just can't say that kind of shit, man. You know, I get it. He's frustrated. I understand. But it's like, man, you can't do that shit. Come on, bro. You know?
Yeah. Like, it's definitely something that you don't want to just say out loud.
Definitely. And, I mean, he's getting crucified. It's like, one thing that kind of gets me in a way, too, it's, why and how did out of nowhere how did he just come up with that word out of nowhere? Like, he's so frustrated. Why did he choose the N-word though? That's what I'm not
in his apology video. He said he used to at this point and his apology video was like straight to the point, not like a 10-minute bullshitting excuses video. He basically said, okay, he didn't do that. He just kind of came out and said, I'm going to be giving you guys my explanation, not any excuses of what happened. You all have seen it, obviously. I screwed up. He said he prided himself on how he used to not say any of those words when all the people around him were saying it, and he said it just kind of slipped out, and apologized for anyone it offended, pissed off, disappointed, and he thanked his fans who still supported him and weren't bandwagon hating him like some people were. And he said, there are no excuses for why I said it. I've screwed up a number of times already, and I just need to keep on cracking down on myself because I've gotten very lacking in controlling myself, I guess. And he basically, straight to the point, said, I screwed up. I'm sorry. There's no excuse behind it. And he said he used to pride himself over how he was not the kind of guy who would be saying that. Yet I'm the complete opposite, where I'm just sitting in Discord and I'll call someone a nigger like GiggleBush. And then leave the server while I'm shit-faced drunk and I don't even remember any of it.
Yep. Good times.
Yep.
Back on the topic.
But, like, he openly, like, said he fucked up. He didn't give any excuses like, oh, it was the heat of the moment and all this. And, you know, we all screw up every now and then. He didn't even say we all screw up. He just kind of straight to the point. I screwed up.
It was implied.
He dove in, dude, and it was, and like you said, it was just short and sweet response.
Yeah, it was like a 1 minute 20 or 40-second video where he just
well, think about it.
got to the point and called it a day.
He's not apologizing to anybody directly either. He's apologizing he's just putting out the apology. He's not apologizing to feminists, to black people, to white people. He's
not
just
profiling it. He's just apologizing to any of his fans that he's disappointed and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think that's like the respectable thing to do, because honestly, like you said, he's not like putting it out to one person.
Yeah,
but he's basically saying, hey, you know, I fucked up. I'm gonna admit the fact that I did it at this time, and basically just not be a fucking bitch and try and find another way around it.
Yeah, he didn't beat the bush. He didn't try to walk around the problem. He didn't even try to hide it that he said it. He just came out and said, yep, it's real. I screwed up. I'm sorry to anyone offended, pissed off, anyone who's now disappointed in me and all that. And that's very honorable of how he didn't even, like, try to come out with, like, a, but so-and-so said it too, and now I'm getting crucified over it, and he's not even, like, thanking everyone for defending him. But what was, appalling of, if you don't know their, YouTube channel run by Rooster Teeth, in their video that, they did on it, they, as soon as they played that clip, the only black person who, is in their show, Mika Burton, they zoomed right in on her.
What? I gotta check this.
Yeah, let me...
You link it?
Yeah, I'll find it real fast.
I'm currently opening all of the iDubbbz videos I haven't watched, and half of them are bad unboxing videos.
Yeah, his content's just gone to shit. He's, like, out of ideas. He tried that, bullshit thing where he did the shit in the apartment, but that flopped badly. He's just run out of ideas. He has nothing new to show.
Yeah, literally all of them. Like, literally his last, like, he's got Where Are They Now? And then, like, bad unboxing, and then another Where Are They Now? And then bad unboxing, and then basically 10 videos, 12 videos of that.
So I'm watching the video right now, and the chick on the left just looks... Dude, she just looks like she's just ready to rail somebody. And the chick on the right, she don't even give a fuck.
Go ahead, link me so I can watch it too real quick.
Oh, yeah. I don't like this shit, too.
Let me find the timestamp for it.
Looking for it.
Just say the timestamp when you find it, because I'm trying to...
Oh, and you know what's funny? And this is something that's even more interesting, is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds was the game that he was playing. They didn't say shit about it. They didn't even say a damn word. It's like they know. It's like, fuck it, the dude got pissed off. Fuck it.
Just go to 1 minute. Just 1 minute and play it from there, and you'll kind of see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the like to dislike ratio corresponds with what the community thought, and pretty much a a lot of people called that shit out. I called it out.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, it's wow. That's definitely interesting.
Yeah, and the No got a fair amount of flack for that editing that they did. That was kind of
Yeah. Thank God iDubbbz isn't receiving any flack either. That's literally the first fucking comment.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like people, and then, dude, you just look through this shit. People need to get a grip. Using DMCA to take down videos based on behavior not involving your game is abuse of the system is not acceptable. I also tend to agree with when
Yeah,
infringes.
it's perfectly legal
whatever.
if the developer deems it to be legal, but shortly afterwards they'd probably be getting a lot more hate, and they probably revoked their statement that they were going to, based off of them like looking at the situation and realizing, oh shit, this is gonna turn into a shitstorm for us. We gotta back out of this.
I want to see what Scarce has to say about it, even though that Scarce himself doesn't necessarily have like super biased opinions about certain shit.
He does.
But this is, I don't know. I don't know. I want to see this real quick.
He has an extreme bias towards FaZe.
Yeah.
But so shortly after all this went down, of course, we saw all the people tweeting. But Keemstar in Drama Alert, he had stated, I'm not defending PewDiePie, but we're all gamers, or a lot of us are gamers, and sometimes this stuff slips out.
Yeah.
You know, that motherfucker has no right to say shit, though. You know?
He wasn't defending him, and he even in his video also referenced saying that he has his fair share of mess ups. So he even admitted
This is a little more than a fair share, but continue.
Okay, but
still.
But so he wasn't saying what PewDiePie did was acceptable or right, or justifiable, but he was saying we're all gamers and shit slips out.
All right,
Keemstar usually it's when he's drunk and then realizes he fucked up about 12 hours later when he's got over his hangover.
But on a serious note, or no, not really a serious note, but Keemstar doesn't, like you said, have really too much room to talk just because of all of the stupid shit that he has done in the past.
He got through all of that, and like all the people who tried to take him down with that stuff, they failed, and honestly their careers in YouTube are kind of ruined because they actually used a lot of lies at given points. But
yeah,
at least Keemstar didn't beat around the bush and say, well, you see, PewDiePie fucked up, so I'm okay now. He didn't say anything like those either. So.
He basically didn't use it as like a...
You know, and it's interesting, if you look through the comments, there's only like a few people in the actual comments themselves, not like the top highlighted, most liked comment. They mention Keemstar, but the rest of them are saying like iDubbbz, and then, oh, that's just gamers. That's what gamers do. They freak out like that. Why is nobody really pointing out fucking Keemstar saying Alex is a fucking, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
because he was fucking shit-faced, and that's old stuff that we all, like everyone on YouTube who has any knowledge of like the more mature community behind YouTube, they know that that's already existed. It's old, and Keemstar has apologized for it. He's tried to make things right, but also there's also substantial evidence that that Alex had actually pushed it to that point. He had been like that guy had been like donating to Keemstar's PayPal through Twitch and then retracting it or charging it back, and if you get so many chargebacks in a certain amount of time, PayPal will investigate your account for fraudulent activity and all that, and also potentially take down your PayPal account. That's why like fake donations are actually really bad to do.
Oh yeah. Oh definitely, yeah. Like for me, anytime, and that's the thing, like a lot of streamers after, I think that, like when that video surfaced, they were saying if you are gonna donate, and this is what I even have on my Twitch channel, it's if you are donating, I will not do not charge it back, because I will not pay you back, and you can charge back as much as you want, but you will not get it back. I am putting it in writing right here. You will not get your money back. So please donate on your own terms, you know.
The thing is, like,
Yeah.
there's a few situations where charging back is acceptable. Like, a kid donated to Nick Bunyan, and I think I was watching his stream at the time, and he accidentally added an extra 0, and he immediately messaged Nick Bunyan with his screw up, and Nick Bunyan was like, yeah, I'll refund it. It wasn't a chargeback, but it was an honest mistake, and the kid was extremely apologetic. Donated
It was
the
like
$30
his
he
parents'
intended.
credit card or something.
Yeah. He'd, like, gotten permission from his parents to utilize the credit card or something, at least I hope. And, yeah, you can never...
We would all hope.
Yeah. But, and he proceeded to, contact Nick Bunyan saying, oh, I fucked up. It was meant to be 30, not 300. And Nick Bunyan took it nicely and said, yeah, don't worry, I'll refund it immediately. And the kid ended up donating the $30 he originally said. And so, that's the good thing about it.
Yeah. Like, it's there for a reason. It's just not meant to be
abused.
Precisely.
And it's not a way to, like, get back at your streamers that you don't like.
Well, and that's the thing. I think PayPal, ever since, like, I think they've, like, with trolling donations, I've seen something about, like, if it has really obscene shit that's being said as it's being processed, like certain words that are said in there, like if it's in certain phrases being used in the context that they're being used in, they won't send the donation. It'll be declined. Like, for example, somebody was trying, and this actually happened like a year ago. I could be completely wrong, but a buddy of mine's account got hacked, and he was sending multiple $5 donations, and the ones that didn't have any racist shit, one did have a racist remark, and it did go through. And he had an insane amount of others that went through, but none, like maybe about 80% of them that were racist or just anti-Semitic or some crazy shit didn't go through. They were declined.
Well, there was another thing where PayPal cracked down, and a guy was like troll donating to Twitch streamers, and he was donating obscene amounts of money, like $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 to $100,000. And he tried to charge back all of it all of a sudden, and the Twitch streamers talked to PayPal, and the guy ended up getting having to pay that. He had like $300,000 to $500,000 in donations, and he was trying to charge back them. And it was huge news in the Twitch streaming community due to the fact that he had like, this was a whole groundbreaking thing for troll donations.
Yeah.
So it was a great thing to have now. The PayPal has the backs of these people who honestly make a portion of their livelihood off of PayPal.
And that's another thing too, dude. I mean, PayPal streaming's taken off in the past like few years. I mean, it's been going on for a while, obviously, but it's taken off to the point where it's like anybody can do it, you know?
Yeah.
So they have to actually deal with this type of crowd a whole lot more than I think they have to. Well, I mean, I can't really say this, but they probably deal with this kind of shit more with streamers and donators to streams and so on and so forth. And they deal with these type of cases all the time. So they have like a policy already to know how to handle it. So
yeah, it's one of those things that, like, if you would have tried this kind of stuff 5 years ago, they probably just would have laughed at you and fixed your shit. But
called you a dumbass and said, "Don't get trolled next time."
Yeah, pretty much. But now it's just like think about all the dude that had to pay all of that money to all those streamers. Think about how stupid he felt and how, like,
I guarantee he had to declare bankruptcy.
He probably did.
I hope he fucking did.
That would be hilarious.
That's gonna be on his credit for 7 years. Every 7 years, whatever 7 years old gets wiped off your credit history. So if you have a chargeback or something like that, every 7 years that gets wiped off your record. That's why if you get into like a repo or something, you might as well just declare bankruptcy, because both of those are going to be on your record for 7 years.
Yeah.
So.
But not evictions.
Nope.
No, that's not locked to your credit.
But You know, I think it's kind of funny that the dude had to pay all of that money, but I also think what's kind of funny is all of the streamers that received that money possibly and how fucking hysterically hard they were laughing. It was like, oh, you were trying to troll, but now you're actually giving me all of this money and just losing their shit.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck off Snapchat, you fuck. Bones, I'm looking at you. At least
Turning my phone to silent.
I was gonna say I did that before we even started.
Yeah, I forgot to.
Good job. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I was an alcoholic before I was even 21. So, yeah.
So,
and in another news,
today in the news, Black lives still don't matter.
let's get
right into the
into
news.
the face. Into the face of your mothers, and then your fathers, and Pickle Rick.
Who the fuck is Pickle Rick?
I'm Pickle Rick, bitch.
Sounds like you're in a pickle.
But no, actually, the pickle's in you.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my god!
I made that book cover for my friend because he has a one that another friend made him that was How I Became a Faggot by Salmon Faggot Smith.
Salmon Faggot Smith.
But I think the puffin watermark in the bottom corner actually adds to it a little bit more.
And that's what I was just gonna point out. I was like, I'm looking at this picture right now, and I'm gonna be honest. The first thing I noticed was that puffin watermark on the bottom right hand corner.
It really makes it look a lot more believable.
I mean,
other than the title and everything. But
oh god, there's 5 new messages in the Raccoon Egg server. Okay, cool.
But like making those like quotes by like Oprah and the Daily Mail was actually challenging. Like I had to really think about it. So I like making that for the one book cover made me like realize how shitty these people's lives who make like the New York Times bestseller quotes for book covers.
A true masterpiece. This changed my life. I would have thought of that in like 30 seconds. Were you drunk when you were thinking of this?
Actually, this was when I was still drinking, so quite possibly. No, it wasn't. It was a Sunday afternoon. I was just bored.
3 solstices ago, Bones got bored in his office and puked up the Jack Daniels from the previous night.
And proceeded to eat it again to get drunk again.
Oh god, just eating your own vomit to get... That's just not a picture I wanted in my face.
Anyway, derailed again.
We're going off the rails on a crazy train.
What the fuck?
You're welcome.
Dude, I'm still watching like videos all about this, about the shit with PewDiePie. There's so many people that are still talking about this, saying that, dude, they really want to put this motherfucker on the hook, dude. They want to hang his ass like he's in Dead by Daylight or something, dude.
Fucking terrible game. No kidding, I love that game.
It just doesn't have enough content. That's the main flaw in it.
It's like a quote unquote competitive hide and seek.
Competitive hide and seek my ass. Fucking, you know what competitive hide and seek was? When we were children and we were running through the woods and one of us tripped and like basically got a massive gash on our leg, but we kept playing and we never told our parents.
Oh, when you said running through the woods, I thought like either a clown or a guy in a white van was chasing after you.
I was thinking the same thing.
I honestly thought I was honestly thinking like Pennywise
days
from the It movie.
And then I was thinking about dashing through the snow and
I was honestly thinking of Bones actually being the person that's responsible for the white van. Except for us car people, it's just free 10mm sockets instead of free candy.
Yep.
with bike parts.
With bike parts, yes, yeah. Or free car parts, you know, whatever, or
Dead nigger storage.
I
Thank you,
um
Rich.
I found this meme earlier, and it was Pennywise just sticking his head out of the sewer, and it just says it's like you drive a slow car, and it was this dude just like laid out in front of the sewer, like halfway in it, and the caption underneath him was just "Get the fuck out of here, you little bitch."
And here's where
Hold
the,
on, my
pretty much
dogs
the
are freaking
podcast.
out. I'll be right
This is
back.
where the podcast pretty much ends every time we just start talking about memes because it just like gets completely derailed.
It just doesn't stop.
That's the reason like most podcasts end up, instead of it being like a 30-minute episode, it just goes to like an hour and a half because we spend an hour and another hour just like posting memes. If you like scroll up, you'll just see like what's left of the last podcast.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I've lightened up on Raccoon's server to make your job easier.
Thank you. I very much appreciate that. Oh God, I'm scared to scroll up. Oh jeez. Oh God. Okay, we're just gonna go back down and pretend I didn't see any of this.
Yep.
So what are we doing now? Are we just chilling?
There's one other subject I wanted to talk about, then I forgot. Ah, shit.
Sorry, my dogs were barking at nothing again, so I had to go and stop them.
Because they're fucking stupid.
Fucking dogs, dude. I don't understand it.
Bork one more time, motherfucker.
What was the other topic you were wishing to talk about?
Shit. I'm forgetting. Fuck. What was it? Feminism?
Oh God. I told myself I wasn't gonna get into culturally unacceptable topics tonight, but looks like I'm just gonna add vodka to this fucking drink now.
That's how I used to do things. And in 2 days I'll be back at it again probably.
Why two? Oh, 21.
Yeah.
Happy early birthday, you fuck.
Thanks, faggot.
I'll take a shot. Oh Jesus. Where's my water?
Pussy.
Note to self. Don't drink air. It hurts.
Oh. Yeah,
That's what I did. Okay, more alcohol. I'm sad I don't have a space in front of my desk because I have the most satisfying thing. Actually, I can just clear a spot right now and just do it. It's like, more alcohol.
Yeah.
I was about to say, what is it? Like a fleshlight just under your desk so you can just park your cock in there anytime you're sitting at your desk?
Yeah, that's exactly what I do, actually. I sit in my chair and I get nice and close to my desk, and then I just lean back in my chair and it just goes up in there.
Meanwhile, in the last recording of the podcast, I asked Blue if I put a pocket pussy in the tailpipe of my car, would you fuck it? And he's like, hell yeah.
Goddamn right I would.
Dude, so we sell at my work. I work at Best Buy, but it's like a pocket disco thing, and you're supposed to connect it to your phone, like iPhone, and it basically makes it disco. And I was joking with my friend. I was like, "So do you turn on some funky fresh beats and stuff the pocket pussy in her, or pocket disco in her pussy?" I was just like, "Man, that baby's gonna have a great time when he fucking comes out. It's gonna be a fucking party."
Hell yeah.
Man, words, not my strong point.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about, I guess, another subject that Blue and I were talking about prior to the podcast, but we're not going to go into what we were talking about, but it's not exactly what we were talking about, but the same core thing. Don't worry, Blue. I know your concerns, but so like there's one YouTuber I watch. His channel is the Anxiety War, and he basically goes out on the internet and fakes being an underage kid and catches pedophiles. And then he confronts them, but before he confronts them, he doesn't red flag anything to them and say, you're caught. He meets them in public, so he actually has their license plate or their face, and then issues them their information, or what he has on them. But by then, the cops already have the information. He just confront him in person. And people were trying to argue with him in court. Well, you don't have substantial evidence against this. Well, out of seven allegations, he has 7 positive convictions, with people either pleading guilty in court or being found guilty in the court.
Mhm.
And this leads to the concerns of like pedophilia on the internet, and like if you don't understand, like even some of like the closest people you know could be a pedophile, like even Blue.
Yeah, that is very true. It's definitely yeah, don't know where to start. It's definitely something that is a problem because obviously like shit's fucked. It's
been
not
in the
really
Minecraft
something.
YouTube community, so it's obviously not. It's like something close to home for me at least. Not Minecraft, but the YouTube community.
Yeah. Oh, 'cause, like that one dude, the dude who was like
not T Martin. T Martin was CS:GO gambling.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about then. The dude who's like taking 14-year-olds and like
Line
since he's
maker. Line maker.
Who?
Line maker.
Line maker. That's him?
Yeah.
You know what I mean. He got caught. He literally even came out and said it. He was saying like, "Yeah, I was making fucking 14-year-olds fucking flash me their assholes, saying twerking, and I was teaching them how to twerk and shit, and like all sorts of weird shit."
Yeah. I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah. The faggot ass Minecraft YouTuber who ended up being a pedophile.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He was a Minecraft user. That's right. Yeah, dude. Fucking. That kind of shit is
it definitely. Well, another thing is like I in my store at Best Buy we have like a mobile department, and the other day I literally watched a kid, like a 12-year-old girl and her mother, walk into the store, and the kid got a brand new iPhone 7 Plus, like fully serviced and everything. I legitimately lost so much faith in humanity because of that. It was just like, and I wonder why like shit like that happens, because you expose kids to technology at a young age and all this other kind of shit, and it's just like, and you wonder why.
Oh yeah, dude. The internet is so broad and it's used for everything, and it's an open source platform, so anybody can use it at any time, at any age. A fucking 5-year-old could get online and start. I mean, I've seen streamers leave their headphones with their kids as they get a racist ass donation, which is funny as fuck because of their reaction. And it's like, oh my god, and they throw the headphones down, and then they're like, what was that? It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I was in a stream or watching a stream when that kind of stuff happened, and honestly didn't agree with it, but I still kind of fucking laughed because I find comedy and tragedy, because I'm a fucking terrible person like that.
Well, I mean, it's as horrible as it is. It just the timing of it is so interesting. You know what I mean? Like they could leave it with them for maybe like a minute, and all of a sudden that donation popped up or some crazy shit. But you got kids that are on like Minecraft, that are on Roblox. I mean, those games are huge and everybody plays it. I think they said at one point there's a majority of people who play video games that they're like, oh, that's what kids do. Not necessarily. The average age group of somebody playing video games is 18 to 35.
Yeah.
That demographic. Like,
well, and that's also going to like decline. And I'm not saying like the demographic is going to decline. I mean like the age range is what I meant to say, because you have more and more kids nowadays that are introduced into like gaming at a younger age because that's the way that their parents entertain them. Like I don't remember fucking where I saw it, but I just saw this picture basically that was, oh, what the fuck? That's weird. Anyways, don't let your friends sidetrack you while you're trying to, make a statement. But I saw this picture and it was like this little 6-year-old kid, and he was sitting up on the couch and he was playing on an iPad, but like a 14-year-old kid was sitting on the floor playing with Legos, and it's just like, huh.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and hell, even kids are streaming. Kids are streaming, dude.
I mean, Derv wasn't even of legal age to be on YouTube, and he got 1 million subs.
Somehow.
It's his face.
Fake giveaways.
It's his face. It's giveaways. His attitude, and on top of that, it's like teenage girls. Oh my god, he's so adorable. Oh my god. And the reason why I know that is because my ex-girlfriend, which I unfortunately had to talk to last week, was like, oh my gosh,
I'm sorry, I feel your pain.
Dude,
moving on.
she was like, oh, you're doing YouTube? Because I told her about doing the podcast and all that. And she was like, oh my god, you do YouTube? Do you know about this kid Derv?
Oh god.
Oh god, that would have been like, I'd be like, never talk to me again, you stupid cunt.
I said, as a matter of fact, yes, I have. Linked her the video. She didn't reply to me.
What video was this?
This was oh god,
One of the podcasts?
Yeah, I think it was like the first or second one we ever did.
I think the second one was Derv.
Hey guys, remember when Lego guns were a popular thing on YouTube?
Dude, I remember making Lego guns when I was a kid.
Dude, I still have in my closet, like, I built this Lego like M1 Grand looking thing, and it still fucking works. It's retarded. Because I always wanted an airsoft gun as a kid, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna build one out of Legos.
Get a real M1 Grand and shoot some coyotes and niggers.
Joke's on you, I already plan on buying one. And a mouse in the gut, because I could... I don't want to talk about my accuracy with the mouse in the gut.
Okay. But M1 Grands are like really good guns. Like if you're looking for something to, like, shoot coyotes or something on your property with, my M1 Grand I got, that thing's sighted, and I can shoot a coyote about 300 foot off my property with ease. It's not even funny at this point.
Hmm.
I think my longest shot was 200 meters.
You know what hold on. You know what I don't understand?
What?
The fucking people that do dumpster diving videos.
I mean, they're just showing what kind of person they are. Trash.
Exactly.
Dude,
it makes
I would
no
never
sense.
make any dumpster diving videos. I'm sorry. I'm going to be coming out of there and people are like, haha, just like a gameplay trash, huh?
I mean,
You
your
know.
gameplay is pretty trash.
I mean,
It is. I can't front. It really is.
like, honestly,
I'm a
like,
shit player.
yeah.
But with that aside, yeah, I mean, they're oh god, Bones. I'm still thinking about all the other shit too, dude. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying not to, but it's oh god. Oh my god, I just thought of something. There
Yeah.
was you remember back like in AOL times, like when AIM and all that shit was so popular?
Yeah.
Man, I remember going in there into fucking chat rooms when I was like maybe 11 or 12 years old. And all I said was, hello. And everyone I'd start talking to, and I thought I was a naive ass kid. So I'm thinking like, oh yeah, everybody's my age. Oh, they were like, hey, what are you doing in ASL? ASL, what is that? And I was like, okay, 12 male Denver or something. I think I said Denver. And they were like, about 3 or 4 people privately messaged me after that, and I think that had to be like one of the most closest experiences I've ever had to come in close to like pedophiles, you know, like with my experience on the internet with pedophiles.
Yeah.
Now, you know what? This is interesting. I had a friend, and it's a little kind of a story, but I had a friend that I wasn't really like, I didn't know him that well back in the day, but I'd known him for years. And there was a point in time when he and I started hanging out a lot, and the kid was gay. Well, he was bi, but he was mainly gay. He liked guys a lot. And I thought it was just for the fact that he thought I was like maybe attractive, or there was something about me that he liked to hang around. And, you know, I'm accepting of it. I don't care if you're fucking gay. Hell yeah, do, you know, live your life. Be happy. That's cool.
Fucking faggot.
Yeah. And then I mean, I'm still getting into it, but then I beat the shit out of him with sticks. No, I'm kidding.
Jesus Christ.
But no, it was cool. He was really cool, man. You know, he was always saying though, anytime we were hanging out, like I would sell weed to him. He would go and take me to buy weed because back in the day when I was 18, little disclosure, I was doing some fucking crazy shit as a kid or when I was younger. But there were times where he would take me up there just to, you know, hang out. He was like, anytime he would hang out with me, he'd say,
You'd
man,
make
you know,
sure he hung out properly.
oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. No, I'm serious. Like if the guy wasn't hanging, man, I'm just like, yo, bro, it's like you're looking about a 3, you need to be about a 5 today. And he's like, got you, baby. And then, you know.
I think he just stuck his dick down your throat. But moving on.
Basically.
and then Blue just raw dog the shit out of him.
Yeah. Like I didn't take nothing in that whole thing. I fucked the shit out of him. Matter of fact, no, I can't even be saying this shit because basically, long story short, he was on probation for something and absolutely nobody fucking knew what it was. Nobody. But he was always getting drug tested, yet he was smoking weed all the time. He was doing all sorts of crazy shit all the time. Like doing
They were
Molly,
testing his hands with chloroform and roofies.
I wouldn't doubt that shit. All right, let me tell you. But here's the thing: the only person that I could think of that would know was one of my friends as well. And she was kind of a bigger girl, which incredibly sweet person, but had a lot of problems with drugs. But
no thanks to you.
She and him would hang out. Yeah, right. Well. Actually, no. Actually, you know what? No thanks to himself because she wanted to be with him. He told her no, and then they stopped hanging out. So
yikes.
Fuck you.
Weren't you the dealer or some shit?
No.
Oh, Bones, I have a video for you that you need to. Both of us need to watch.
I'm not done yet. Hold up. So what eventually happened was, and I'm really getting off topic, but. He was on probation, never knew what it was for. She was the only person I could think of that I could ask about to see exactly what it was he was on probation for. So one day I asked her, I was like, hey, what is he on probation for? And her entire persona at that moment went from very cheerful and happy like she always was to very defensive. Extremely defensive. You don't need to know it. That's his business. And, you know, we don't want to ask everybody about what they do, this, that. And usually, if somebody's on probation for something, they just fuck, oh yeah, man, Grand Theft Auto. Oh yeah, man, murder charges or selling drugs. She would never say what he was on for, and neither would he. So come around Halloween time, he comes to my house with his Xbox and all of his glassware, and I'm talking like pipes that are worth maybe $5,000 to $6,000 each. Like this motherfucker was like some of the bongs that he had were insane, like fucking incredibly done. And he was like, yo man, some shit's going down, I'm kind of moving out of my place and I just wanted to drop some of this stuff off here, is that cool? And at the time it was my homie's house and he was like, yeah, that's fine, no problem, you know, whatever. So he left the Xbox and everything, we started playing on that for like a week or so, and then he never called us back. He didn't call us about nothing, no messages, not even a fucking memo, no page. My buddy and I were talking to each other about it, and he was like, yo, have you fucking seen his ass? He's like, nah, man, have you? Nah, man. So he and I kind of looked at each other, and he was just like, all right, if he doesn't come back, dibs on the fucking glassware. And I said, dibs on the fucking Xbox, and he's like, all right, deal. Another week, no reply, no nothing. Literally, like he just dropped off the face of the earth. Well, one day, about a week after that, my homeboy walks in right before Halloween and he says, hey buddy, you remember your little homie that came and dropped all this shit off and the one that you be chilling with, the gay guy? And I'm like, yeah. Goes to the PlayStation, pulls up the fucking web browser, pulls up the local news. So-and-so was arrested at local rec center for child molestation charges. Second count.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Second, yeah. And here's the thing. He was put on 10 years probation. Couldn't be around children. Couldn't be around nobody. With mandatory drug tests. All sorts of crazy shit, dude. And I'm looking at this befuddled, bro. Like, just fucking stunned. And apparently it was 2 kids It was two kids that he was. Yeah, dude. And I looked at my homie, and all of us looked at each other, and we were like, "What?" And this fool was in this house. You never know, dude.
Yeah,
dude,
Yeah.
that's the concerns that you never know. Like, they'll seem so trustworthy and so friendly towards you, but most people, the video I linked in there, he basically said in that one, that a lot of people don't even know that someone's a pedophile until after they've been charged, and they're like, "Oh, he was such a good kid or such a good man."
We would have never seen it. Yeah.
Like that, honestly, I'm 18 and I'm fixing to be 19, and that is one of the things.
Illegal. Want to fuck?
Yep. No, fuck off.
Hey,
You
Eagle,
sure?
let me smash. Let me smash that bush.
Let me
Gosh, let me smash the bush. I'll
I
have
wanna
you know,
munch.
I'm not going to disclose that information. Moving on to my next topic.
I want to munch that bush and make it giggle.
Oh god damn it. God. But that's one of the things that like I am extremely fucking paranoid about.
Yeah,
Like,
if she
you
says
know,
she's
it's
six-
just
if
like
she says she's 18, but then you fuck
no,
her up.
bitch. I've literally like I met this girl on Tinder. Her and we met up at a fucking diner. And she was like, "Oh, do you want to go back to my place?" I said, "Let me see your ID." I was like, "I ain't playing this fucking game." And she just like basically tried to shove it off. And I was like, "No, like I am not fucking playing games with no underage bullshit and getting thrown record and all that other shit fucked just because one night of I did this."
Yeah, and the next thing you know, you're on the sex offenders watch list.
Yep.
That's why, just like what I was talking to Bones about, like I just met a girl who's 18, but she's still in high school. I'm not going there, buddy. No,
Nah,
not happening.
fuck high school drama. Another thing I did when I turned 18, at the time, of course, I've been talking to this girl since I was basically fresh turned 16, and she was 14. So for 2 years, basically, she's 16, well, almost 17 now. But like the day before I turned 18, I was like, look, this shit's got to stop because I don't feel comfortable doing it anymore.
Yeah.
Because me being 18, her being 16, granted, you know, like there was pre-exciting history, so like the whole Romeo and Juliet bullshit would have applied, but it still made me feel uncomfortable. So I was like, look, this shit's got to stop.
Well, and that's one other thing too. There's certain states that even after you turn 18 and you have somebody that's underage that you're dating, it's like up until they reach a certain age. Like I knew an 18-year-old dating a 15-year-old, and if they got caught before her 16th birthday, he would have gone to jail because he's legally an adult. Now, if she was 17 or 16 or 17, it'd have been fine. Yeah. At 18, it's 2 years. And at 17, it's up to 4 years. And then 18, obviously, they can do whatever the fuck they want. So, I mean, dude, and then it kind of brings me back to the online thing. Dude, it could be, you realize that there's so many relationships that even friends of mine back in the day when I was in middle school, like not really middle school, but like freshman, sophomore year, I had girlfriends that were dating dudes in their 20s online, you know, and they're like 16, 17. So, I mean, the predator prey, the online community in general, I mean, it hides a lot of, there's a lot of secrets out there, man. There's a lot of fucking people that are out for some shit and nobody would fucking know. Nobody.
You know, it's like, I'm, you know, like Bones over here. We're sitting here and talking to him. What the fuck? Huh.
And he's probably sitting there stroking his chain like, oh yeah, these guys' voices are so hot. This is
But anyways, sorry.
Are so popular.
GiggleBush was a little bit younger.
Oh, God. Yeah, and you thought nigger was the thing that just threw your monetization out the window. No, that just flung it out the window with a goddamn catapult.
No, what Giggle needs to do is him just get a sign twerking it with on the sign it says, "I'm only 15."
Huh. Interesting. I can't breathe. I can like I'm I'll describe that later. Moving on.
You need some help.
Let's wrap this up, and because I got some
Yeah,
stuff to do before I gotta go to bed.
Same.
So,
Well, I think with all this shit with PewDiePie, I give it a how long? Okay, I have to ask you guys. What do you guys give it? How long until the next big thing happens?
well, with the amount of times that Jake Paul fucks up, I would say not long.
I wouldn't say too much longer either.
Yeah, like this kind of shit is going to be like, all right, well, we'll let YouTube handle this, but the rest of us, we're going to go deal with some other bullshit and keep watching PewDiePie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Even though that some hate him now, but they'll still watch his shit.
Yeah.
This video was before he was a racist. I swear to God, somebody's going to use that reason too.
Probably. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning into this shitty podcast that got derailed at least a dozen times, and smack that like button with your massive cock, and make sure you have GiggleBush giggle.
But don't giggle at his bush. That's rude.
That's just awkward.
Yeah. It may be a centimeter, but still, you don't need to giggle at it.
Very anyways, whatever.
Anyway, hope
I
you
do
guys
not have a millimeter
enjoyed
feeder.
Suck a Cock, and bye.
But
Take it easy, y'all. Bye-bye.
okay, so